How is your guys' No Shave November going? Because mine is going pretty well. Welcome back, Folkers. Before we get started with this week's recipe, let's check on our tacos from last week. Fast food tacos versus homemade tacos. Fast food tacos have a lot more preservatives than homemade tacos. Alright, Folkers, this week we are doing macaroni and cheese. Not any macaroni and cheese, this is sweet potato and spinach macaroni and cheese. Recipe by Naturally Ella. For this recipe, you are going to need spinach, sweet potatoes, homegrown pasta, mozzarella, Asiago, Parmesan, garlic, butter, flour, and milk.
I could cry, I'm so proud of you for getting that in one take.
First step in making sweet potato, spinach, macaroni, and cheese is dealing with the sweet potato. So you have to peel it, chop it down, and then boil it until it is done, cooked. Until it is cooked. So let's do that.
Look interesting while you peel the potato. I'm gonna peel your sweet potatoes, babe.
Wait, I don't know how to look interesting while chopping. With potatoes and sweet potatoes and any other type of potatoes, always start them in cold water. If you start them in warm water or hot water, the outside will be done before the inside. Alright, so while the sweet potatoes are cooking, deal with your cheese and your pasta. So your pasta needs to be al dente. Why al dente is because you are going to finish this dish in the oven. Which means if you cook the pasta all the way through in the pot, it's going to be overdone by the time you get it out of the oven. So, cook it till al dente. Alright, so next just shred down your cheeses. Fun fact of the video, Parmesan that comes in the little green bottles and Parmigiano Reggiano, one actually is American and then the other is Italian. I don't even know if I pronounced that correctly, but whatever. And the only reason that the green tins don't say the full Parmigiano Reggiano is because it is a DOC, which is some Italian word that I didn't know how to pronounce. But basically it is a controlled name. So to be considered Parmigiano Reggiano, it has to come from a certain region in Italy. So if it says Parmesan and that is it, then it is American. And if it says Parmigiano Reggiano, it is Italian. So yeah, next just shred everything down. Take your Parmesan and your Asiago.
Oh my gosh.
Asiago. Get out of my cheese! Jesus. Cheese! So the sweet potatoes are done. So what you need to do next is chop your garlic down and place it in with the butter into a pan. Next you puree the sweet potatoes. If you don't have a food processor, mash them down by hand. I also preheated the oven to 400 degrees. So, I lost one. Take it and you add a 1/4 cup of your milk. Alright, so once your sweet potatoes are pureed, take your flour and make a roux. Once the roux is made, take your sweet potatoes and add it to them. Make sure you cook the sweet potato mixture for about 5 minutes to boil off some of the water. Then you add your pasta and most of your cheese. Make sure you leave some of it off so you can just, garnish it with cheese before it goes into the oven. Shake it up, baby.
Shake it up, baby.
Alright, cheese is mixed. Done. Next, take your milk, put it into the sweet potatoes, along with most of your cheese. Now don't do this on an open burner, because if you do it on an open burner and you get it too hot, you will curdle the cheese. Alright, so once mixed together, add in your pasta and spinach. So I did half whole wheat pasta and half regular pasta because I like the balance between the really earthy of the whole wheat and the sweet of the regular pasta. So this is going to wilt down to about 1/8 of this size, so make sure you use a lot of it. So once everything is mixed together, take your excess cheese or your leftover cheese, top it off, and then place it in the oven at 400 for 20 to 25 minutes, just until the cheese on top is ooey and gooey and bubbly. And delicious. Alright, and into the oven it goes. They're so good. Or ow, I had no idea whether or not this was actually going to be good. I thought this recipe was just interesting because I've never seen sweet potatoes in macaroni and cheese. But sweet potatoes in macaroni and cheese with spinach is fantastic. No, I want to finish this, alright? You wanted to finish.
I know.
We're over by 30 minutes because
It's
you were
around.
Yes. Once again, Forkers, I have given you another fantastic recipe. Kudos to me. Alright, so if you guys did like this video, please like it, subscribe, share it, do all the YouTube stuff down below, and give it a big thumbs up. So once again, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. That smells so good.
Clearly, you've never cleaned recycling bins at a high school before. Oh gosh, we're not redoing it. We're going forward. We're gonna film this like a spaghetti western. One take, you don't like it, it'll be fine because it's a spaghetti western.
Alright, fine. It's the final countdown. Just wasting time now.
Parmesan.
Alright, so Parmesan and Parmesan Reggiano. What is it?
Reggiano.
Reggiano?
Like Reggie, and then on. Oh! Just imagine like that.
Like this guy is just slaughtering the name.
I know, this is so funny!
Mackenzie, seriously, the one time I get it, you just laugh during the whole thing.